We're going to stay positive with that, right? Yes, we shall. Hi guys, it's Misty and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Misty and I'm a reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. And I also own a brick and mortar antique store called Wildflower Antiques. This video is my weekly what sold on eBay for the week of December 9th through the 15th. Sales were up. They were up 16.5% from last week, but the sales last week weren't that great. But they were up 16%. So we're going to stay positive with that, right? Yes, we shall. I did a little bit of something that that I haven't done, and it's kind of interesting, and I will explain to you what I did as far as figuring out some percentages on my sales at the end of the video of what has sold. So let's go ahead and get started with the 28 items that I sold on eBay this past week. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started with the seller hub like we always do. And you can see here, my total sales were $582. My sales were up 16.5% from last week. And it was a steady flow of sales throughout the days last week, but still not as much as what they were last year and the previous year before that. But we're going to move on. We're going to be positive, right? Okay, well, let's go ahead and look at the first item that sold for me. And that is this blue sky ceramic Heather Goldmanick 2003 Good Old Dogs Garage tea light holder. It's basically a little house candle holder. What you do is there's two pieces in this, and there's the plate, and you put your little tea light there on the little tire there, and then you put the house over it and it illuminates. These can be pretty good. I typically can find these for about $3 to $4 at Goodwill. And I sold this one for $30.88, and the buyer paid shipping. Just make sure that when you're buying these and able to get, you know, about a $30 price range on these, make sure that you are buying both pieces. I know that sometimes you can get you can sell a replacement piece, but probably not for as much as what you could sell them for if you bought both pieces together. The next item is this Vashi vintage genuine leather canvas messenger laptop bag. This I've never really heard of this brand before, but I bought it at Goodwill for $4.99, and the quality of the leather felt really good. It just felt like a very good quality made bag. So I wanted to go ahead and give it a try at $4.99 for it, and I sold it for $32.25 with free shipping. The next item is this vintage Howdy Doody jumping puppet acrobat tin statue. It was made by the Kragen Corporation in the 1950s. This was an item that I had featured on my 5 Things Friday video from Wildflower Antiques. Something that I had in the shop for a while, and it wasn't selling for me in the shop. And I mean, he had condition issues. He was missing, you can see here in this photo here, he was missing his hand, he was missing his leg, and his pants were pretty torn. The lithograph graphics on it were very good, so that did help it. He also had, you know, some chips and some cracks on his head. So, you know, in the condition that he was in, I did sell him for $19.12. It was on a 15% off sale, and the buyer paid shipping. The next item are these Airway Collector Series glasses from 1976. They were frosted. They have this motif of a midget and Formula One race cars on it, and this was your classic thrift store 3. Got these at a thrift store. If they were 4 of them, it probably would have been done better. I've had these for a very long time, so I did put them up on a 15% off sale, and they finally sold for $14.02, and the buyer paid shipping. The next item is this little Hummel. Now, Hummels are not they're not a good market right now, so I highly would just say stay away from Hummels unless you can get them for a very cheap cost. They're typically selling for about $20, $18 to $20. This one is a newer Hummel. It was marked Germany. Now the older ones are marked West Germany. This one did have all of its stuff. It had its box. It had its paperwork. It was a cute little mailman Hummel. He did sell for $23.25. The buyer paid shipping. This next item is a vintage African American bisque ceramic jointed baby doll. She's just this little 4-inch little bisque baby. She was marked Japan on her back, as you can see there. She was jointed and her hair was in really good condition. She was really cool. I got her in a lot of dolls that I bought from a flea market, and she did sell. I had 2 of these, and one of them did sell, and she sold for $25.50, and I did offer free shipping. It did ship first class. The next item is a Med Center talking alarm clock and medication reminder. This was something that I picked up for $2 or $3.99 from Goodwill, and it was brand new in the box. Now, we did take it out of the box. It wasn't sealed, so we were able to take it out of the box, test it with a battery to make sure that it did work, and you can see here that we displayed that in our photo. We kept our description short and sweet, and make sure that we listed that it was tested, and it sold for $26.25. It did ship first class, so I did provide free shipping for that. The next item are the Salvatore Ferragamo slip-on low-heel mules with the logo buckle. They had the spell out the branding on the buckle on the shoe there. They were in great condition. The bottoms of them looked a little worn, but it honestly didn't even look like the soles had ever even had feet in them. But you can see here they were worn. You can tell by the bottom. Picked these up at Goodwill for $3.99 and sold them for $32.50. I did provide free shipping for these because they did ship first class. They were pretty lightweight. The next item is a vintage bird wall pocket. I got this at Goodwill for, I believe, 99 cents. It was made in Japan. I'm trying to see here where it was, yeah, there we go. It was marked made in Japan. Just this pretty little colorful vase. Now, this had a lot of action, a lot of activity on my eBay account. I think there was like 17 people watching it. So it was listed for less than a month. It was just a little 5-inch, I think it was 5 inches. Was it 5 inches? Yeah, 5 inches tall, short, sweet description, and it sold rather quickly for $18.50. Buyer paid shipping. I love to pick up pieces like this. The figural pieces tend to do pretty well. This was an item, this Panasonic Progressions EH2501 electric pore cleanser. I got this at a yard sale. I want to say I paid like $4 for it. And the comps that I looked up at the yard sale was selling for like $65. So I thought, oh, okay, well, $4 investment, I'll give it a try. It was brand new, never used, still sealed in its plastic, but I had a hard time selling it. So I did finally sell it for $25.50 with free shipping. So don't think I'll be buying this Panasonic Progressions pore cleanser again. Or will I be buying these again unless they're sealed? This was kind of a bad luck item for me because I sold it once and never paid. Sold it again, they never paid. Sold it this time, they finally did pay. I did sell it for $17 and the buyer did pay shipping, but you know, I think sometimes people will buy these things. This was something that was compatible with an iPad, and I had in the listing which iPads it was compatible with, but sometimes people don't read the description and they may have bought it, and instead of sending me an email saying that they'd like to cancel the order, they just never paid, and then it sat there in limbo for a while. That's annoying. Don't do that. If you have buyer's regrets, make sure that you contact your seller and ask for a cancellation. They would much rather cancel the order and be able to relist it quickly than letting it sit in limbo forever. These next two items were these brass birds. They did both sell to the same buyer, and I did combine shipping for them. This one was a crane, egret, heron, stork. It was 12 inches tall. And then this one was another crane, and it stood 11 inches tall. These brass figural pieces do pretty well, and especially the birds, or really any brass animal tends to do pretty well. I did get these, I want to say I paid a couple dollars a piece for them at an auction, and this one sold for $22 plus shipping, and oops, that one sold for $16.50 plus shipping, so it was a great return on my investment. This next item was something that I picked up, I think I picked this up at Goodwill for 99 cents. This little Westmoreland 3 Little Kittens milk glass vanity tray. The condition wasn't the greatest. A lot of this gold filigree
or paint was missing on it. It should have been a lot more gold on it than there was. And it did sell for $15.50, and the buyer paid shipping. And $15.50 is about what you would find these for in this condition at a antique store. So it sold for retail price. The next item is this vintage Fiestaware dinnerware gray mauve ball salt and pepper shakers. They both have their corks in them. These are vintage. They have the lowercase f on the bottom, which is representation of a vintage Fiesta piece. These were also featured in my 5 Things Friday video. They did take a little while to sell. I think I listed them right before Thanksgiving, and they sold on a 15% off sale for $21.76. And I did do free shipping, but they did ship first class. This next item is a vintage Odagiri gold owl black coffee mug from the 1980s. It was a Gibson greeting card. Let's see here, the bottom of it. There we go. Gibson greeting cards. And it had the Odagiri, which is that little floral design right here. And sometimes when you start selling mugs, you kind of get a sense of what an Odagiri mug looks like and feels like, even if it doesn't have the marking. But I still would put a question mark behind the Odagiri in the title if you weren't for sure, just to make sure that you're not stating that you're for sure that it is Odagiri, but it's Odagiri style. Maybe even put that in your description as well. But this one sold for $8.49, and the buyer paid $7.85 shipping. The next item is Magic the Gathering black logo Fist Wizards unisex adult t-shirt. And look, I spelt black without the K. Well, maybe it would have sold a lot quicker than what it did if I had it spelled correctly, but you know, we all make mistakes. This sold finally, I've had it for a while, sold on a 15% off sale for $12.32, and the buyer paid $5.50 shipping. The next item is a vintage Paramount 5 light candelier. Oh look, light is spelled incorrectly as well. Must have been another late night listing for me. Lots of spelling errors I see. Anyway, this is a number 1255 Christmas light candelier. It was still in the original box. It still had the original lights, and they did work. Sold for $19.99, and the buyer paid $7.85 for shipping. This next item is a Power Rangers 2002 Ninja Storm Green Samurai Saber Sword. It was tested and it did work, and it finally sold through the global shipping program for $18 and free shipping. It did ship first class, and with the global shipping program, you just have to mail it to Kentucky. This next item is a cute little Christmas ornament. This little vintage retro hand-blown glass African-American child Christmas ornament. Isn't she so pretty? She had this glittery hair and these really pretty eyelashes. She was hand-blown. She was really, really cool. She sold for $18.25 with free shipping. And she sold within a day. She sold within hours. She sold. And then I have this actually sold within a day as well, this Hallmark Nostalgia ornament. It's from 1976. It's a little locomotive tree trimmer vintage train in the original box. Sold for $15.99 with free shipping, and did ship first class. And then I'm still selling the Polar Express mugs that I have. I paid 69 cents at Goodwill for these mugs. I think I have... I have 3 sold. So I have 1 left, and this one sold for $10, and the buyer paid $4.50 shipping. The next item is a vintage Jiffy Frame 5x7 hardwood needlecraft frame made by Sunset Designs, and the style is F-57. This is from 1973. I bought these at a yard sale for $0.25 a piece. I think I have 2 or 3 more of them, but it's a little bit different of a style, so I couldn't list those as a quantity. This one sold for $8.71, and the buyer paid shipping. The next item is a latch hook kit. Now, I'm not buying these anymore unless they are a really cool design. This one is brand new, sealed. I've had it for a long time. It sold for $10.99 with free shipping. So I'm not buying latch hook kits anymore unless they're really, really cool. Make sure that you do some comps on these. I don't think that I looked up comps for this because I had seen that everyone was selling these vintage latch hook kits, and I thought, well, I could sell them too. Well, I couldn't sell them for very much profit, so I'm not going to buy them anymore. This next item is this awesome vintage Elvis Presley drinking collector's glass in this little curvy Mae West shape glass. Picked this up in a auction box lot that someone had left behind, so this was totally free for me. Sold for $15.60 with free shipping. The next thing is this Angry Mama microwave steam cleaner, this bulb head busy mom. I bought this for myself and never used it. It was just in my cabinet forever, and I thought, I'm going to throw that up on eBay. Probably was in my cabinet for a couple years, and I never used it. Sold it for $8.99. Did provide free shipping, but it was first class. And it cleaned out some space in my cabinet. This next item are these cute little 2001 Hallmark Keepsake snowman ornaments. These were a retired set, and here's Mom and Dad. The thing of it is Dad, as you can see here, had a broken arm. I picked these up in a huge grab bag lot at Goodwill, and I've sold almost all of the ornaments that were in this grab bag lot for about $9 to $15 each. So I've made my money back, and I did provide free shipping for these. They did ship first class. And the last item is this Harper Re exfoliating sugar cubes and juice cleanse. This was an item for my FabFitFun box. I love getting the FabFitFun box because I get to keep what I want and I resell what I won't use. So this was something that I wouldn't use, and I sold it for $8.49. Did do free shipping. It did ship first class.
All right, so what I have done this week, because I'm trying to justify if I'm going to break up with Poshmark, and I know I sound like a broken record because I talk about breaking up with Poshmark all the time, but it's just easy to cross list, and I just cross list over there. But I haven't been sharing because there's no time for that. I am too busy to be spending, hours and upon hours sharing my closet. I'm just not going to do it. I don't want to be on a platform that I have to babysit, and you have to babysit Poshmark, and I don't have time to do that. So on eBay, my sales were $581.62. My sales were up 16.5% from last week, and I did sell 28 items on the platform. Now, I looked at my records from last year, the same week last year, and my weekly total was 1,068 on eBay alone. So my sales were down by 50% considering what they were last year. So there's something going on with eBay. I mean, I know that everybody knows that, but there is something going on with eBay. Also, let's talk about Poshmark. Now, Poshmark, my sales were a whole $42.10 for the entire week. Sold 7 items. Mercari, my sales were $24 for the week, and I sold 2 items. So what I wanted to do to kind of figure out percentage-wise and what my average sale price on each platform was. So on eBay, this week, my average sale price per item was $21. That's an okay amount. I'm okay with selling something for $21. In fact, when I go and source, that's kind of the game plan I always think of is I want to at least sell an item for $20. So I'm okay with that. On Poshmark, my average sale price is $6 per item. And then I ask myself, do I really want to put the time and energy into Poshmark for only $6 sale price per item? No, I don't. And then on Mercari, my average sale price was $12. And I'm okay with $12. Mercari is an easy platform, but it looks like after the first of the year, I'm going to cut the cord with Poshmark because it isn't worth the time, it isn't worth the stress or the frustration with that platform. Unless they do some major changes, I'm just done with it. I just am. So my totals for the week was $647.72. Not the greatest week for me. Sold 37 items. But honestly, I haven't really been putting the work into listing anything. I've been getting ready for the holidays and spending time with my family, and I'm just kind of chilling out for the rest of the year. And I will start, listing like crazy again at the beginning of the year, and hopefully quarter one will be good, because in the past, quarter one for me has typically been pretty good. So fingers crossed that our sales will go up and we won't have to worry about the stress of this. I mean, there's always going to be stress when you're a reseller, but we always tend to count on quarter four, and quarter four has let me down a little bit this year. So I hope that you guys are having decent sales and you're staying positive, and you're just going to keep pushing on in hopes that the next quarter will be better than it was last year. Maybe eBay will get their stuff figured out, but eBay's still king for me. eBay is where I make the majority of my sales, so I do really like the platform to sell on. So, but I am going to start cross-posting all over to Etsy again. I need to build up my vintage store on Etsy, and so that is one of my goals for the new year. So it's always good to set goals. Leave a comment to let me know what goals you are planning for the upcoming year. I'm always curious to see what you guys have planned for your new year in your business. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video. I hope that you liked it. If you do, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.